Hello everyone and welcome to the second round of the Amazon Stadium Truck Series Preseason Thunder here at the LA Coliseum Stadium here in Los Angeles, California. The 55 of Stephen Thompson starting the pole, and on his outside the 98 of Chris Louviere. This is the second of three of the preseason rounds. The last round was at a monster truck rally in Minnesota where John Bunnell stole the win after an early incident between William Duncan and Jeffrey Finguy that took them both out of contention. And here we come to the green flag. Stephen Thompson will lead them down here, going through a tight, twisty section. These bumps, they're absolutely horrendous. Talking with some of the drivers here today, and just the difficulty in trying to drive this track as we see an incident in the back. It's very difficult to manage through these corners. A lot of trouble trying to get the braking points right and trying to keep the speed up and not lose your momentum is key at several parts of this track. Ryan Griffin, and as we look back, Ryan Griffin, number 88, U.S. Army. Truck there. He struggled in Monster as well. A little bit of a stop there. Very, very hard bumps there. Watch out. Oh, the entire pack stacking up. Ryan Griffin's gonna lose a couple spots. Whoa, there goes Kendall in the 23. Whoa. Making some moves. These early laps are going to be extremely important to try to get as much as you can as they go up the very, very high hill, get into a flatter section of the course. And as we already can tell, this is going to be a very technical, demanding track. Hit back to the front. The leader, Stephen Thompson, wrecked into the wall. He's going to lose at least one spot, maybe more. Chris Louviere is coming through the final turns to get ready to lead lap 1. Oh, something's wrong with Darren Weber. I wonder what happened to him. Well, it was an interesting start by Darren Weber in the 17 Napa truck. He turned straight right into the wall. Not so sure why he did that. Maybe he was scared of starting in the middle of the pack, or something broke, or I don't know. But he just rode the wall, and rode the wall, and rode the wall, and yeah. So, yeah, he didn't have a very, let's just say he's not going to have a very good race today. As we look through the back, Tommy Turbo. There's some more contact, guys getting hit in the wall there. Going back up through the field here, Zachary Fitzwater. Fastest in practice 1. Not doing so good here, didn't qualify very well, so going to be interesting to see if he can pick up any spots. William Brock, another driver who struggled a little bit in practice. Middle of the pack right now as we move our way through the front of the field. Stephen Thompson is still in second, as Chris Louviere beginning to pull that gap. And you know, the best type of air is clean air, and he's got all the clean spaces. A little mistake there, but looks like he's going to keep going, trying to get through those bumps. The whoop section, as I like to call them in motorcycle racing, very, very challenging on these super stadium trucks. Stephen Thompson and Kennedy Bell in third. Nick Pericles in fourth. And Scott Roush in fifth. Looks like the Roush Sport Racing cars are doing pretty good so far. Coming back up through the tight hill. Oh, Ryan Griffin looks like he may hit the wall a little bit, slowing down the pack a little bit there. Looks like the CJ Racing cars are also doing pretty good. Looks like they got both of their cars in the top 10. So you go through here, and Eric Monaco right now sitting 13th. William Brock, 15th place. Zachary Fitzwater in 16th, and his teammate Melody Bowers in 17th. A little bit interesting. They're struggling a little bit right now as we see John Art. Man, he's just hasn't quite figured out these road courses. I know when we'll see how the JA Racing team does when we get to Eldora, the final preseason test, as Chris Louviere starting lap 3. So far as the fastest lap on the track, as he is really pulling away right now, and that clean air is really helping him out. Steven Thompson just struggling here, trying to clear the cars. Probably not handling quite as good as what the 90 of Chris Louvier is. Chris Louvier's already won 2 of the 5 sessions that we've had, guaranteeing his team $10,000 bonus dollars at the end of the season, and he's looking for those 5 bonus points and the 25 grand as well as Kendall there in 6th place. Chris Dodd and Ryan Griffin, their teammates. Whoa! Oh, nearly got into each other there. Fortunately, they got through there. William Duncan in 9th, trying to find a way past. Didn't quite get through the end of those whoop sections great as it was a battle for 7th. Oh, Ryan Griffin hit the wall. That's not going to be good trying to get up the hill. He's going to lose quite a bit of time there. Got to be really careful. Scott Roush and Jeffrey Finguy. Jeffrey Finguy didn't have a great starting spot, but he was extremely fast last week in Monster Truck Rally. I expect him to do pretty good on the road courses this year. Coming back through the field, Tommy Turbo passing John Arndt. Oh, never mind. Tommy Turbo hits the wall hard there. Really going to affect them. Looks like going to slow down John Bunnell a little bit there. Melody Bowers. Rob Mooney. And Darren Weber back in last as lap 4. So again, Chris Louvier. You know, let's take the cockpit view here for this lap. You can tell the bumps and the twists and the turns of this tight and challenging road course here. But right now, it's all clean air for Chris Louvier. Coming through here for a big jump here. There he goes. Woof! Gets into a very tight technical corner up to another jump. Keep the car under control. Keep the car under control. Goes into the whoop section. Whoa! Didn't get a very good whoop section. Beginning of the whoop section there. Looks like he'll come out of it okay. We're getting ready to come up the hill. Really don't want to hit the wall here. Get a nice solid run off this corner. Pick up some time as you go up the hill. Comes to first a sweeping corner and a little bit of a tighter corner here. And a 90-degree corner. Going past the pit road entrance, coming into the last couple of corners here. Oh, ooh, hit the wall there. Seems like there's been quite a few drivers that have really struggled through that part of the track, and that's really where some of these guys lose a lot of their time. So coming back through here, here comes the big dip. Whoa! See how he lands? Oh, he landed pretty smooth through there. Make sure you don't hit that wall there where the pace car is at. As it comes through the final jump to the start-finish line, and right now, Chris Louvier is really looking good right now. Kennedy Bell looked like trying to hold off the 23 of Kendall there in 3rd. Chris Dodds moved his way up to 4th, and Steven Thompson looks like he's struggling just a little bit. Falling back from the pole, back to 5th. William Duncan in 6th. Brandon Barnes in 7th. Brandon Jefferson in 8th. And a battle, very, very heavy battle there. Ryan Griffin, Scott Roush, and Jeffrey Finguy as we go through the back of the field again. All the dust and the smoke, the visibility's got to be terrible in these Super Stadium trucks. And right now, Melody Bowers does not seem to be having a very good race right now, and neither is Darren Weber. To that, as we go through, Chris Louvier back still up front, halfway through this race, coming to 3 laps to go. Whoa, going in that corner really hard. But he's got some time to spare, nearly a 10-second lead. And oh, Brandon Jefferson's on pit road. I wonder why Brandon Jefferson's on pit road. Well, let's see what happened to Brandon Jefferson here as he's coming through the corners, and as we can tell, he's in a very tight pack. He's going to come through these corners, and looks pretty mundane right now. A little bit of a jump there, nothing too big. Coming through the corners. And it's right behind the one car, and oh, well then. Well, that's one good reason to be teleported to pit road. Very much so. Very much indeed. We're going to have to take a look at as Chris Dodd hits the wall. Oh, Kendall. Oh, Stephen Thompson comes in there as well. And there goes Kennedy Bell passing all of them for second. William Duncan will move his way up to third place. As Kennedy Bell, definitely the biggest gainer out of that, was back in about fifth place, is now up to second. A helicopter view just how the twists and turns of this circuit, the dips, and everything else that comes with it. And right now, 13.5 seconds separates first and second. Cruz Louviere, man, once he got out to the lead, it's been very, very easy for him. As back here in fifth, Chris Dodd, Stephen Thompson, Ryan Griffin, still in seventh here, and go through Brandon Barnes. Oh, Jeffrey Van Guy nearly turned Brandon there. Very, very close competition here. Battling for 8th position, it looks like. We got Scott Roush in 10th. And Zachary Fitzwater has definitely made his way through the field here. He's picked up several positions since the start of this race. Eric Monaco in 14th. Got 36 of Turbo here. Roman Rahal struggling a little bit. And we're in the 83. Carson Scott J Racing is not having a good run right now. And neither is John Bunnell, though. John Bunnell, our last race winner, not doing very good. And of course, there's John Art. Melody Bowers in 22nd. Really interesting. She hasn't really done as well as her teammate so far. And Brandon Jefferson back out there with the incident that he had, as coming with almost 2 laps to go. Chris Louviere fighting some lap traffic now. Didn't think this was going to happen in this short race, but hey, that's what happens. Gives him a bump and almost got into him, but Chris Louviere will pass Weber with ease there, and he'll keep going forward as he has a nearly 17-second lead over the new second place with Kennedy Bell in third. The Stephen Thompson's picked up a spot back up to fourth, which is good for him. Jeffrey Finn guy, though, is on the move. He was back in like 10th place a lap or two ago. He's now up to fifth. Chris Dodd's falling back to sixth. And his teammate Ryan Griffin in seventh, 6 and 7 for the CJ Racing cars. Not too bad. Brandon Barnes in eighth. William Duncan in ninth. Speaking of Brandon Barnes, his teammates in the lead. It's going to be a good day for their team as well. This is Zachary Fitzwater, Eric Monaco, Nick Pericles, mid-pack, along with William Brock and Nomura and Roman Rahal. So we move our way through the back of the field here. Carson Scott and Rob Mooney seem to about to get a little battle underway here. As well, there goes John Bunnell, not doing a very good job of this race here, as John Art and Melody Bowers running along there, and Scott Roush back in 22nd. Something must have happened to him earlier, as we are getting ready to come down to the white flag. Chris Louviere has dominated this race, and he's had, argued without question, one of the fastest cars here. And as he comes through the white flag, one more lap to go for the number 98 Dogecoin truck for Chris Louviere. Going to be a cakewalk for him as long as he doesn't make any major mistakes. There's Kendall in second. Looks like it's going to be a pretty solid finish as long as you keep everything in control. There's Kennedy Bell in third. Jeffrey Finn, guys, looks like he's going to get up to fourth here. Coming back pretty good here as Ryan Griffin's moved his way up into the top 5. William Duncan and Chris Dodd and Brandon Barnes all there, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Stephen Thompson's falling back to 9th as there's Nick Pericles, and a big squabble of cars here and going to the back. Whoa, Melody Bowers had a little bit of a jump there. So we're going through, probably about a half a lap to go here for Chris Louviere. Just needs to get these last couple of corners working, not do too much, and he's going to have this victory in the bag. The Wrecking Balls team obviously going to be very happy with the way they've run today, having both cars in the top 10 as we're coming through to the final corner. The number 98 Dogecoin truck for Chris Louviere hits the wall a little bit there. Looks like he's going to keep going, though. There's Darren Weber, the lap down car. Probably going to try to just stay behind him and let him run the rest of this race cleanly. Coming down to the final jump. Lands it smooth. Coming through the last couple of corners. Final corner. Here he comes. Here, the winner. Here at the LA Stadium, Coliseum Stadium, is Chris Louviere in the number 98 Dogecoin truck. Congratulations to the Wrecking Balls team for a great finish. Kendall looks like he'll come home in second. Is that Kennedy Bell comes home in third. Good job for the Roush Sport team. Chris Dodd's going to come home in fourth. Jeffrey Finn guy looks like he lost a spot. Going to finish fifth. William Duncan, Ryan Griffin, Barnes, Thompson. Fighting who to pack there. Oh, looks like, I think that's Nick Pericles. Looks like he may have lost a spot there at the end. Probably hit the wall there in that final corner. As going through the back of this field. Last couple of cars coming through. Looks like Zachary Fitzwater. Whoa, whoa, whoa! John Arndt, multiple rolls, keeps rolling as he goes. They went down the jump. Oh, Barrett got into Scott Roush. And that is not a good way to end. That's a bad way to end an already bad day. And, man, that is just wild. John Arndt, man, just, that team's really going to be hoping that they can have a good short track performance. And, see, hopefully that JA Racing team can do well. But congratulations to Chris Louviere for winning here at the LA Coliseum Stadium. And as we look through the finishing results, Louviere wins, Kendall in second, Bell third, Chris Dodd in fourth, Finn Guy fifth, and Duncan, Griffin, Barnes, Thompson, and Nomura your top 10. Pericles, Turbo, Ray Hall, Monaco, Vunnel your top 15, Brock, Scott, Fitzwater Sr., Bowers, John Arndt with that crazy flip still ended up finishing 20th. Scott Roush in 21st. Brandon Jefferson in 22nd. Ron Mooney in 23rd. And Darren Weber in 24th. And thank you all for watching. And we'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully. We'll see if it's voice commentary or not. Right before the incident on the hill, as we see here, Melody Bowers slid into the wall. John Arndt slid into her. And here comes Scott Roush with a huge head of steam, trying to make it 3 wide, trying to get past them before they get into this very tight part of the course. And then it gets even tighter here in the little bridge. And of course that's never going to work as Scott Roush hits the wall and John Arndt goes flying everywhere. Zaxby's chicken flying everywhere. Gets hit there at the end. And let's go on board with John Arndt. You can see Scott Roush just hit the wall there. Nowhere for John Arndt to go. And that chicken definitely flew. I know most chickens are flightless birds, but that chicken definitely flew. As we're going to go on board here with Melody Bowers. Just not enough room here. Not enough room. Not enough room. Definitely not enough room. Clips the wall. And the 05 just flipping and flipping and flipping. Just not a good day for John Arndt. Definitely not a good day at the office. As last but not least, let's see Scott Roush here. Just trying to give it everything he's got, but not enough room. Clearly not enough room, and at least it ain't for a spectacle. Hey, that's what it's all about, right? You can't win, do something spectacular. And John Arndt did just that, courtesy of Scott Roush and Melody Bowers. Congratulations.